Yo, what's up, guys? This Knicks-Pacers game was absolutely insane last night. The first game of the Eastern Conference Finals, the Knicks host the Indiana Pacers at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks fans were electric ever since the beginning. Karl-Anthony Towns started making some threes, getting the Knicks on their feet. The Knicks were putting some pressure on the Pacers, but you know what did happen? The Pacers kept their pace. They kept it fast the whole game long. They kept moving quick in transition, getting quick buckets, and that's what put the Knicks in bad defensive positioning. And the Knicks, with Tom Thibodeau, they haven't had the superior defense that they had last year, but in this series, in the playoffs, I should say, and in the regular season, they've shown moments of great defense, but not as much as you would like to see. It's more of offensive superpower because you got Mikal Bridges, who's capable of scoring you 20, OG Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson. They're all capable of giving you like 20 plus. Throughout this game, OG Anunoby had a rough showing. He did not score many points in the first half. I would have liked to see the Knicks get him more open shots. He was shooting like 20% in the first half. For him not shooting the ball well, of course the Knicks are not going to keep going to him because this is such a playoff pressured impact. OG Anunoby just couldn't get it going until the second half where he started getting some slam dunks, some layups, and hitting another three, where he had 2 threes in this game, ended up scoring 16 points. The Pacers, Miles Turner, the pick and pop was Tyrese Haliburton. That was lethal in the beginning of this game. Miles Turner was getting some quick mid-range shots. Karl-Anthony Towns wasn't able to get a good contest off enough in a quick amount of time because Miles Turner has such a quick release. Karl-Anthony Towns can only do so much. Karl-Anthony Towns isn't known as an elite defender. He's an elite offensive player. Jalen Brunson did amazing in this game. Jalen Brunson was sitting out of the game, and the Knicks brought in Cameron Payne, where Cameron Payne was showing off some threes, which we haven't seen him do in like game 1 of the Detroit Pistons, hit 2 3-pointers. Cameron Payne was showing it off, which he is capable of doing. It's just Tom Thibodeau doesn't give Cameron Payne enough of an opportunity. Now we're getting to the good stuff. At the end of this game, the Knicks and the Pacers, they were scoring at will. The Knicks went on a 21-5 run, 11:27 mark into the 6:24 mark of the fourth quarter. The Knicks were hitting shots, and the Pacers had no answer defensively, whether it was coming from Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson. They scored a lot of points in this game. Times turned for the worse. From the 2:39 mark to the final seconds of the fourth quarter, Aaron Nesmith for the Indiana Pacers, probably from the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, he made 6 3-pointers against the New York Knicks. The Knicks did not know what to do against Aaron Nesmith. Like, are you serious? Aaron Nesmith. Nobody be talking about Aaron Nesmith, but he was lighting it up. The Knicks had no answer at all. Every time he shot that ball from the 3-point line, it looked like it was going in. She shot 8 for 9 from the 3-point line. That's almost 100% from the 3-point line. Ended up scoring 30 points in this game. Last glimpses of this game is Aaron Nesmith was draining 3-pointers on the New York Knicks very quickly, too. Keep in mind, before the 1-minute mark, the Knicks were up by like 9 points. And then after Nesmith was making those threes, the Knicks would have the possession. The Pacers had to foul. It was the only choice they had. So Karl-Anthony Towns winded up going to the free throw line with around 30 seconds left. Karl-Anthony Towns, he made the first one, missed the second free throw. After that, the Pacers got possession. The Knicks decided to foul the Pacers from the 3-point line with Aaron Nesmith. Luckily, it wasn't in the motion of a shooting foul. Nesmith makes both free throws. The Knicks were up by 1 for the Knicks, and then OG Anunoby went to the free throw line. Anunoby made one, missed it, which was another trouble. Knicks got to make them free throws. They only shot like 70% from the free throw line. It was like 10 seconds left. Tyrese Haliburton gets the ball, space up for a game-winning 3-pointer, but then his foot is on the line. He makes the shot. This shot bounced off the high rim and went into the basket. Like, I could not tell you how crazy that shot was. It was a Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant type of shot. Called that choking of Reggie Miller and try to hit that celebration, but it was not a game winner. 125-125. I think a string was attached. The game goes into overtime. Nembhard is ultimately clutch for the Indiana Pacers. Makes a corner 3-pointer to keep it very close. Obi Toppin gets a slam dunk to make it a 1-point game right at the end. Obi Toppin scored 4 points in that overtime, and he also had 10 rebounds in this game. So Obi Toppin's impact was very big for the Pacers, and it could not be understated. There's a lot of performances. I use that word a lot. But for this game, overall, the Knicks, they had a chance to win. They should have won this game, but they sold. This could go down as one of the biggest chokes in NBA playoff history. Hardwood Classic, as many may say. I think the game was scripted, personally. I mean, like, you look at the referees, they made some very controversial calls. There was a string attached to that ball. I mean, come on. There's no way Haliburton made that basketball shot from his foot on the line, Kevin Durant type of shot, and it bounced that high and goes in. Now, there's a magic string. There has to be a magic string. You can't tell me otherwise. I'm sorry, but the NBA has shown me times and times again that it could be scripted. The performances of a lot of these NBA players in these games, in this one game, is it's critical. There are some players that could have performed better, of course, like Bridges, who scored most of his points in the first half. Mikal Bridges was a non-show in the second half and overtime. If Bridges was more of a factor, then the Knicks, it would have been a whole different story. Tom Thibodeau and Rick Carlisle, this is going to be a battle for the wear and tear for the rest of these games in this playoff series, and I'm excited for it. So I think it's going to go down to Game 7. I see it. Is that Game 1? You're not going to tell me this series is going to go to Game 7? No, I have to say this is going to Game 7. The Knicks, because I know the Knicks are not going to go down. Tom Thibodeau is going to make the right coaching adjustments to force better defensive pressure. If the Knicks would have played zone a little more, then I think they would have disrupted the Pacers' perimeter shots a little better and caused some more missed shots, would have gave more openings to the Knicks, and limiting turnovers. That was a hard factor in this game. Knicks had way too many turnovers, giving up 27 points off of turnovers. I'm sorry, but that can't happen. And you expect to win the game? No, not happening, bro. The Pacers, I give them credit. They're going to show up on defense and offense, and their fast pace really disrupts the other team. That's what they did against the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers were dealing with little injury issues in that playoff series, but ultimately the Pacers were the better team, and they showed that. Haliburton, whether he had one rough game where he scored 4 points, he comes back, the next game plays better. That's how the great stars do it. Jalen Brunson, though, is my guy. He will always be my guy. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm sorry if I babbled on a little bit, but remember to subscribe. On the road to 2,000 subscribers one day, one time at a time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.